Good morning. I welcome you all in pathology class. So far, we have discussed online as well as offline the various topics from theory point of view. Now we will take up the practicals. The practical part is an important, and you all understand it is based on the theory. Now, the important practicals that you have is the identification of rocks in thin section under microscope. That is a very important practical, not only in the graduation and post graduation level, but even in any professional departments. There you should have a very sound knowledge for the identification of rocks under microscope. For that we need, or we have to understand the optical properties of the minerals. And today I have taken that the minerals, the optical properties of minerals. Before this, I would like to explain in very short the preparation of thin section. The thin section may be of a mineral or a rock, whatever it is. The sample of a rock or mineral is first chipped and a small piece is torn out of it. That small piece, one surface of that is grinded with carbonate powder of different mesh sizes, and it is made smooth ultimately on, say, your simple glass with the highest number of your mesh size, and that surface is adhered on the your slide with the head of the Canada balsam. The upper part, which is rough, uneven, the slide is overturned and again grinded with the carbonate powder till the slice of that mineral or rock is 0.03 mm. And finally, it is adhered with Canada balsam by putting the cover slip, and that thin section of that rock or mineral is permanent and can be used for years. The simple question that are asked in many of your competition examinations, why the Canada balsam is used to adhere the rock or mineral on the slide. The simple answer is that the Canada balsam has a diffractive index of 1.54, which matches with the slide, that the glass and the cover slip. So they all behave as a one medium. So that is very important. By the way, once the thin section is available to us, then first of all, in that rock we will identify the different minerals. And for the identification of different minerals, we should have sound knowledge of the identification of rocks or identification of minerals in thin section. For that purpose, I have just given you that there can be three arrangements in the microscope. One is that we are studying in plane polarized light. When one of our that microscope arrangement is such that one Nicol prism is inserted, that is called plane polarized light. In that we count the number of minerals present, note the grain size of each mineral, opacity, color, paleochroism, relief, grain habit, shape, that is cleavage. So these are, you can say, the optical properties of the minerals that are studied in plane polarized light when one of the Nicol prism is inserted. You all know that in very simple language I can say that microscope is a magnifying instrument. Our eyes have limit. There are limitations for it. Beyond certain smaller size we cannot visualize with our naked eyes. Then we have to take the aid of the microscope. Now, depending upon the quality of microscope and our requirement, there are different magnification numbers. If simple microscope is just, I said, there is a magnifying instrument, but our the polarizing or pathological microscope has additional attachments of your Nicol prisms. There are two Nicol prisms, one fixed below the stage and other the above, that are called your that is your called polarizer and the analyzers. And both, once the microscope can be in a position when all the two, that is the two are out in out position, that is simple biological microscope. But if one of the Nicol prism, or say the Nicol prism, that is called polarizer, that is below the microscope, is inserted, then we are studying that minerals in the plane polarized. Similarly, if we insert the upper one also, then we are studying in the cross Nicols. So what optical properties we study in plane polar light, that I have mentioned here, and you can see it here, that we count the number of the minerals that are present. Simply how many type of minerals are there. Then note the grain size, that is the, you can say, the textural part, that we will take in another class. Then the color and the pilochroism. The color and the pilochroism, that is, that I studied in your plane polar light. Relief, grain, that is shape of the grains. Then the cleavage. These are the optical properties we study in the plane polar light. Similarly, what we study in cross Nicols, there is some problem in this, never the mind.